I'm WG and let's talk about what I'll be doing in preparation for the launch of Season 2 in just 3 days time on Wednesday morning. And yeah, let's start with the Events tab. So, the Events tab itself has something that is very temporary, very limited, and this is this special event reward right here. You can see it says 2 days remaining. It will be around 5 hours after reset on Tuesday when this event goes away, due to us going into maintenance leading into Wednesday, into the Season 2 update. So what I still have to be doing is doing these event battles right here, so that I can get myself these limit time rewards and this plague, which is going to, this sticker, which is going to disappear if I don't. On the other hand as well, obviously, I still need to get around to finishing Naja's and Luke's trauma codes. Both are new, none of them will actually disappear, but they provide me more resources, more things to work with, and overall stuff to do. Then this event right here is not as important. You can see the event description is still 9 days and 1 hour, so I just be doing my policies and getting more rewards. Where we then have the back to Codex event, where you can see right here, for week 1 I just need to quickly go and beat a Codex at level 105 so that I can get the max reward, and then after this resets you'll once again have to beat a Codex level 105 so that you can pretty much get twice the reward for the last set of these rewards. Just as a quick brief rundown on how this again works if you've missed it. So you go into your zero system, you make your way up to difficulty 10, you can then craft yourself a planet, and after beating a planet you get a planet that's between 5 to 8 levels higher, meaning on average you'll have to do around, let's say you craft a 80 planet, then you do another, you go to 88, 96, 104, so you'll have to do around 4 planets. But important, you can also then use your planet from the last week, your 100 whatever plus planet, to instantly claim all of these rewards right there. And then that brings us to Basin of Hyperspace Dimensional Twilight, which is once again something I'll absolutely have to do, and that is due to us getting up to 1000 gems, up to 300 of this currency right here, some gear crafting materials, and even obviously essential materials and the like. I'll then be using those Zeronium crystals to buy myself a multi-dimensional alignment material that I be saving up for the launch of the season, and the same is true for the one that we can buy in Ark City. Now in Ark City I'm, as you can see, getting very close to buying this multi-dimensional alignment material once I hit 1000 of these coins. And then what you can do while you're in Ark City is, it's not something I directly recommend, but it's definitely an option, and that is you can now for the next few days create these Aether empty powder coffins, capsules, right? And then you basically lose 20 stamina, but it allows you to save this going forward for however long you want to save it, kind of being like an additional stamina resource right here. The purpose of this would be to prepare for the new gear sets. So there will be new gear sets being released on Wednesday, and these gear sets themselves can obviously only be farmed once they come out, can't be farmed at the moment, meaning that if you decide to turn it into this coffee powder, you'll have an additional run for the new gear sets. Or you could do what I'll be doing, and I'll just be spending the additional stamina to do a few more runs of the gear sets right here, with which I can then in storage then obviously work on dismantling some gear pieces I have lying around to give myself more crafting memories so that I'm ready to, don't look at the number, it will be a bit bigger by the time the season releases, so that I can work on crafting the new set straight from the get-go when it releases, because it's pretty safe to assume that it's going to be really darn good on 9, and even if it ain't, I'll have all the options in the world, and then I'll also be sitting on 2 of these multi-dimensional alignment crystals, allowing me to most likely go out of my way and craft a crit chance main stat necklace of the next set, because that is by far the piece I'm most likely to get a good combination of, which would only require crit chance and crit damage as a sub, and the rest is pretty optional. So that is in terms of gear, my plan. That is events out of the way. And it's the usual, right? If you wanted to be as prepared as possible now, especially these next few days, you can still use those to get yourself some very powerful items. In general, my recommendation, you can see even I still have to do it, is get when discarding a card plus 10% damage for 1 turn. which is a permanent stacking item. This item can be used on any DPS, and the wielder gets it for discarding any card, doesn't have to be discarded by the wielder. So this is the perfect item to be used in combination with Nia to build up to, let's say, 400% damage bonus for one turn if you discard 40 cards. So that entirely mentions the blue pot, whereas for every other planet I'd highly recommend only really going to 25. None of these key pieces here at the end are super worth it or incredibly crazy, though I guess Mountain of Corpses isn't too horrible considering that now we have to see what the season gear brings, right? But yeah, in general, otherwise I'd get every other planet to 25 so that I have all the gear pieces in hand, and mainly I'm really only looking for that one right here. One of the bigger highlights as well has to be Twin Star Shadow going to exploration level 25 so that we can do any move into deck, move out of deck shenanigans should that be required. Otherwise, it's the usual of having enough resources prepared so that you can take advantage of 9 on day 1, level her up, get her to her full potential and enjoy her. You can see our current stock price, for example, 37 of these books, 426 of these crystals, 163 of those, and also our XP seems to be slightly recovering. Once again, the full entire list can be found on the Discord, or you can take the opportunity to screenshot it right here. You can see we are decently close, and we should also see extra experience from levels, event shops, storylines, and everything more surrounding that. So that is the, you could say the 9 preparation right here. And I feel like outside of this, there's nothing too much I could think of at the top of my head to keep. If you wanted to do something, you could keep, or you use these loot certifications tickets before reset, before daily reset today, but then from weekly reset you can keep those until Wednesday to get some extra drops, some extra chances at the new gear set. And I do believe this should encapsulate everything. If you think I've missed anything super obvious, anything that should have been done, anything that's a sin that I didn't cover, do let me know down below. But I'm feeling very confident. I'm very much looking forward to it. I can't wait to see what kind of new cards, what kind of new equipment, what kind of new synergies, what kind of new decks we will be able to build. And yeah, if there's anything else you think we might have to just cover before the season, maybe you even want to see something like a, I don't know, season 1.5 preseason character recap or the like, do let me know down below. And as always, we see each other in the next one. Peace!